Alright, what's up people? VantTX89 here, and I'm joined with
Scruffykid100
and Saab0220.
Hey there, what's going on?
So, yeah, I've got a guest on board for this discussion. Mainly because, well, Beast is not here. Please don't ask where he is, we don't know. So, what we're going to be talking about is, well, the current state of gaming and gaming in general. What do we mean by that? The Nintendo Wii U, the Sony PS4, and Microsoft's Xbox One. What the hell is this?
Oh man, can't wait for this one.
Seriously, last gen, the Wii, the PS3, and the Xbox 360. For some reason, somebody must have been smoking meth or something when, in like the creative department when they came up with the names for these systems. I don't know. I don't care. Whatever. Let's just actually talk about, what we came here to talk about.
Alright, so, let me mention one thing. Alright. See, like, the older consoles? I'm gonna be comparing older consoles and new consoles, because it's the perfect way to compare.
Mm-hmm.
You see the Xbox 360, the PS3, and stuff like that? Alright, they're made primarily for gaming. But then you have, like, pictures, videos, internet, all that. I'm like, you can go on your computer for that stuff, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like, it pisses me off because, like, older consoles like the PS2 and the GameCube, that they're just made for gaming, you know, like straight up gaming. Like nowadays, it's not even that. Like people just go on it sometimes to browse on the internet. It's like gaming's not what it used to be honest.
It's a multimedia industry now. You know, everything is a one-stop shop, and in all honesty, that is kind of good. I mean, hell, you're probably gonna be on your PlayStation or whatever most of the time. It's like tweeting on a freaking phone or a tablet when you're right by a laptop.
It's like they're making money, sure, but like you're losing the focal point of what you made the damn system for. It's for gaming, you know.
Exactly, like, and that jacks up the price of the system considering how much memory that you have to.
I believe $400, but it's like
nobody that's like nobody that's living within their means, that's like kind of like from the hood, is going to be able to afford this. They're going to be still making payments on the dang sucker.
True. And the more technology there is, the more loopholes. And I heard that the PS3 once got shit on because someone hacked into their database and they had to close down for weeks. And I heard millions of people lost their personal info.
Yeah.
And it's like, that's what you get for trying to, like, do so many different things at once, It's not even worth it anymore.
I know.
And the Xbox One, that's, like, the new name for it. And then there's going to be a PS4, which I think is coming out December 2013. Yeah. Whatever. Stupid. It's like, I'm not hating on them, like, it's good. They're making money, whatever.
Yeah.
But, like, the Xbox One, I heard you have to, like, log online once a day or something. I'm not sure if that's true.
I didn't even try and go get confirmation on anything. One, because I want to wait until the systems launch. Two, because I just honestly don't care.
Yeah. It's like, I don't know. Gaming is not what it used to be. Like, PS2, Xbox, you had games like, Crash Bandicoot, Dragon Ball Z, when they were good games, not this freaking Ultimate Tenkaichi bullshit, which is real crap. I don't know. Man. It's not the same anymore.
All the good Mario games were on GameCube, because the GameCube it was the most powerful sort of gaming console, I think, or something like the best.
It was the most powerful out of its generation.
The GameCube? Wasn't it the PS2?
I think
PS2 sold the most, I think.
Well, we're talking about in terms of technical aspects. The GameCube was the strongest system. In terms of sales, now that's a whole other ball game, and that's where Nintendo ended up getting knocked out.
Oh yeah, it's another thing. There's like apparently you can mod your Xbox 360 to where you can get any game you want for free or something. So like, there's so many loopholes in new systems and stuff like that.
See, I don't know. Heck, I actually got out of Virtual Console. Instead, I opted for installing an emulator in my Wii.
Yeah.
And now that's a whole other debate and everything. But I'd rather actually not pay again for games that I already own. If I want to play Super Mario World, then damn it, I'm going to play it somehow with my brother or my sister. Like how we used to back in the 90s.
I think like the bottom line is like old consoles, you had to be more like passionate about gaming stuff, but now it's like 360 and PS3. I think like it's centered on a certain amount of games. Like PS2, there are so many fun games and stuff like that. I'm not saying there's any fun games for PS3, but all you hear about is Call of Duty.
It's the exclusivity. There are people that go on and on and on about Call of Duty, but then you have the Halo fanboys. Then you got the guys running on Mass Effect. Then you've got the guys that are interested in like stuff like Uncharted. And it just kind of freaks me out, the fanboyism. Hell, I actually read a comment on the Xbox One about somebody who was like a real big Microsoft fan actually is not going to get the new system and is instead going to opt for a PS4 when it comes out. I'm like, to be honest, it shouldn't matter which system that you got. You're a gamer regardless. And that's what it should be about. Enjoying the freaking games, playing, bragging, and pretty much becoming even more integrated in the community of gamers. That's what it's about. It's not about which company or which brand loyalty it is. Come on, don't make this crap Mac versus PC.
Oh yeah, you can. People will probably get the Xbox One because like I'm gonna predict that Xbox One is it's gonna be cheaper than the PS4. Like say $100 shorter, but to be honest, PS4 like PlayStation has free online, but Xbox you have to pay. And Xbox, I think you have to pay for more accessories. So if you go in like a year or so, the cost for everything you have to get for your Xbox will probably exceed the cost for the PS4.
Exactly. That's the other reason why I wasn't too big on Nintendo during the GameCube and Wii era. Because, well, you buy one thing and then you gotta buy this peripheral. Then you gotta buy that peripheral. And then eventually you have like a whole bunch of other stuff that you might not necessarily need. You might need like these 3 things for one game, but then not for anything else. So why in the world did I just pay $75 for something that I'm not really going to be using all that much?
Yeah.
I don't know. But I want to talk about console longevity. The lifespan of a console. I'm not saying the lifespan of a generation. I'm talking about the actual hardware itself. You know what I'm talking about. When the freaking 360 came out, we had the red ring of death. The PlayStation had its own equivalent, the yellow light of death. It kind of goes on with like this. Crap, I forgot what it is. I don't think there was an FCC or ordinance or anything, but there was this movement made to have electronics reconfigured so that they wouldn't have like lead-based parts in them in order to prevent lead poisoning. As a result, because they don't have those lead parts in them anymore, the systems tend to overheat faster than say the other systems from back in the past, the N64, the Super Nintendo, the Sega Genesis, stuff like that. And so these systems, which are already beasts in and of themselves, they're able to pull so much power. They tend to burn out pretty fast. Now, granted, they've since updated it. So you don't. The records have it say there aren't that many crashes with 360s or PS3s now. Yeah. But still, the fact remains, I know people that actually still have their old Sega Genesis, that still have their old NES, their SNES, and those still work to this day. My Genesis still works. My PlayStation 1 still works. My N64 still works.
I would like to point out, like, seriously, I think the old consoles are way more durable than newer ones.
Yeah, because, I mean, they aren't as cheaply made.
Yep. Oh, yeah. Another thing. I want to point this out. Alright. This is a quote. Apparently, like, there's going to be an issue on used games for Xbox. So it's like the Xbox One will automatically authenticate a game using an encryption code built into a game's disk. When it's installed in the machine, the authentication on the console's hard drive is tied to the game and is verified regularly through an internet connection. When a person installs the game or is installed and played on another system, the game is authenticated on the original machine until the disk is brought back and used to re-authenticate the installation. So, basically, when you lend a game, you can't play it until your friend gives it back.
It's copy protection, basically.
Yeah, and it's pretty stupid, man.
In the wake of all the copyright crap, I think that's kind of what stands as the reason for them doing it. Copy protection, or, you know, in essence, like modding a system. Like, you can mod your PS2. You can probably do it with all the other ones too, and like take the ISO, the like disk data, the disk image, and actually burn it onto like a blank DVD or mini DVD or whatever, and put it in the system. And if the system's been modded to read it, then it'll actually play it like it was the actual game. So it's pretty much that, and it is stupid. A lot of people were upset about the lack of backwards compatibility with the PS4. But then they announced that everything, or supposedly everything, from the original PlayStation, PlayStation 2, and PlayStation 3 libraries will be available through the Gaikai system. And I was like, what? That's a bigger freaking cash grab than just re-releasing the HD collections that like they did in the PS3 era.
I'm ready to hear reports on hardware problems. Don't worry about it. I'm ready. I'm ready for this.
I'm not even buying anything at launch. I never.
No, I'm not buying any of the new consoles. It's like I'm getting older. It's not even that. It's just too much, man.
I mean, it already cost too much. But no, I'm not buying anything at launch. I mean, now, see, if everybody thought this way, we wouldn't actually be able to figure out the issues. But still, somebody has to buy it, so then it can crash on them or whatever, and they can report the issues. It's like that crap when the Wii U came out. You know, of course, everybody got on, but the system startup time was just absolute crap.
It's so complicated, you know. Alright, look. Back then, if you wanted to play games, you would either go on your GameCube, PS2, Xbox, or whatever. And if you needed to use the internet real bad, you go on your computer. But nowadays, if you want to go on your computer, if you want to go on the internet, I mean, you can use a PS3 or 360. If you want to play a game, you go on your 360, whatever. And which brings me to my point that gaming has lost its value to me.
Well, it's definitely lost its value. All the snot-nosed brats in there trying to act like they're tough guys over Xbox Live.
Fanboys, oh my god, that's you.
Not even necessarily the fanboys, just the freaking brats.
Man.
You got like 6-year-olds talking shit to you, you know, on Call of Duty. I'm like, what? What is this?
Man,
Hold on,
what? You should save that for another rant, man.
Well, I am. I've got that lined up.
The kids of the next generation.
Yeah, because Beast already did a rant on that, and I was going to do one too.
The shittiest attitude ever. Kind of getting off topic.
Yeah, we'll talk about that in another video, probably this week, probably not. I don't know. But
I could say something.
I was going to mention that Scruffy hasn't said anything.
Yeah, I'm not very good at talking, but yeah, the thing is with PS4 and Xbox One, they are supposed to be the last consoles, the last generation of consoles. Providing if we keep using materials like we are doing at the moment, materials for stuff like gaming consoles and stuff is due to run out by 2020, I think. And yeah, so that's basically just using all of it, and that's basically all I have to say on that.
A lot of materials that could probably be recycled.
Those are the last consoles ever, like for them.
I think so.
It doesn't necessarily mean that it's entirely over, though.
Probably a new, like, different
hardware,
kind of thing.
Hardware is going to be gone, but that's the thing. We're living in the age of cloud computing, software, everything. So, I mean, think about it. Look at all the digital downloads and the streaming and everything. You got Netflix, Hulu, you know, and you know, like the digital copies of DVDs that you can pretty much get off your Blu-ray, you know, stuff like that. It's no surprise that downloads were actually going to become the new medium for gaming, just like they were for music. So it was only a matter of time before, you know, the console itself might actually be done, but all the new games are still going to be able to be downloaded, like off Steam or something.
Yeah. I always like thought of a cool idea, like before they stop making this stuff, they should make like a remix of a PS2. Like, you know, I don't know, it sounds weird, but you know, like, that thing sold over 100 million copies, you know? It's like the best selling console ever. Sony should do something with it. And it was...
The thing right now is everything's turning into apps. Like, nothing's sort of desktop anymore. It's sort of just everything has an app for everything.
Yeah,
I know what you mean.
It's just why I said everything is now software. Everything is digitized.
It's really strange.
I don't know. Nobody really actually uses a desktop anymore.
Yeah.
Unless you work at like an audio studio or something.
Surprisingly, I'm still on a desktop.
Even I'm using a laptop right now.
I do not want to pick up a tablet. I'm sorry. It's not a computer. I mean, I grew up. I was born in 1989. I am a freaking 80s baby, but I grew up in the 90s. We had them big ass computers.
Yeah.
This stuff scares us. I mean, we'll pick it up and use it, but it scares us. Or at least it scares me. I don't know. I kind of have like an old soul for like a 20-year-old. Well, a person in my 20s.
Up a spider. It's just like, I'm scared. I don't want to touch it.
No, it's more like picking up. It's more like picking up some sort of foreign object, you know, like a kid, like a toddler, picking up, say, their dad's guitar or whatever, you know, and they're just examining it, trying to figure out what the heck is this and what do I do with it. I've seen him use it, but what is this and how do you make it work? What are these things here? I think that's the best explanation of it.
Better than what I could give.
Yeah. I don't know.
True that.
Oh yeah. If you can hear my cousin in the background, yeah, he's playing Red Dead Redemption.
That game was awesome.
Yeah.
I'm going to be the odd man out again. I have not played it yet.
Well, I think that was all we had to say about the new consoles coming out, huh?
For the most part, but I could probably still go on and compare just a bit more. But not necessarily. I mean, hell, I did read like an old article about the Sega Dreamcast 2. You know, there were rumors circulating that Sega was actually going to get back in the hardware game. Yeah, turns out, you know, they showed an interest, but it actually wasn't ever going to happen.
Died out, huh?
Yeah, I think it was just pretty much talk. They weren't necessarily actually going to do it. It's more like, you know what? What if we actually managed to arrange something and get back in the game? Yeah, that would be kind of interesting. And then you had that one person outside the door listening, and then they decided to email somebody. Yeah, pretty much that.
I think that's how it goes around the world. There's like leaked information.
That's the other reason why this age of advanced technology sucks. Nothing is private anymore. Then again, you never really had privacy. But I'll talk about that in another video.
Yeah, I'm a man that likes surprises.
Yeah, so one little theory that I had was to pretty much, add on to the whole Xbox 360 versus PlayStation 3 debacle. Basically, just as Microsoft has their Xbox line, I figured, you know what? Let's just have Apple just go ahead and stick their finger in the ice cream and pretty much just get on with Sega. I almost said they just have Apple stick their dick in the pie. Did you really want me to say that? Yeah, that's why I said stick their finger in the ice cream. It's a heck of a lot less gross, but still nasty nonetheless.
Yes.
So, yeah. So pretty much Apple hook up with Sega, provide the new hardware. You guys just do what you do, and booyah. New Sega system.
The Game Sphere. Have you guys ever watched Jake and Josh?
No.
Scruffy?
I used to watch it.
It was the one about a game console called the Game Sphere.
I know South Park did an episode with the console called the Game Sphere.
Yeah. That would take a shit on the new consoles. Just pointing that out.
Yeah.
Well,
I saw that episode and I was like, I want that Game Sphere. Can I get it?
Why not get it? It's spherical, man.
Yeah, it's spherical.
You think that's what the Xbox 360 would have been?
You know.
Oh, so
wait. Game Sphere 2 out in Drake and Josh.
Oh yeah, I think back then, like I'm not sure, but I think back then there was like a rumor about the PS4 like having holograms.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, no way, get out of here.
It'd be like
if that was the case, I think I would go back to my Sega Dreamcast and play Donkey Kong. My Nintendo.
If I had holograms, it'd be like Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Well,
I play my Dark Magician now. Dark Magic Attack.
I wouldn't be surprised if they did that, man.
I'm pretty sure that's where they're going. I mean, you've seen like the additional displays that they've been showing that you can pretty much do. It's like some of that other developer conference stuff with the Wii U. Remember they were able to like do like these weird constructs and like this display. Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, but I don't know how to do it. Like, because you'd have to set like specific cards to do specific things. Like
he's still going on about that.
Well, I'm going on about that. I like Yu-Gi-Oh! Anyway, so what are we talking about now?
I'm telling you, man.
I was talking about the advancements.
This discussion made me miss my childhood in the gaming.
And that's how I feel every day from here on out.
Man,
seriously, it just makes me want to go ahead and pull up the emulator and start playing some of those older games.
Sonic and all that. Oh my god.
Remember back when Sonic didn't have all that bullshit around him?
Yeah. And then there was I won't lie.
Party 3 was one of my favourite games.
Yeah, I won't lie. I used to be a big wrestling fan. I'm still a wrestling fan, but the games they had back then for wrestling were just amazing. I don't know if any of you guys played them.
It was so odd, man.
SmackDown 2.
Yeah, it's like in WCW games. Oh my god.
I played it with my cousin all the time. Me and her, we always used to just play through it and get all the cutscenes. Then we unlocked Stone Cold Steve Austin. We were like, oh my god, we did it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was actually like the first major wrestling game that I actually got to play. I mean, I played a lot of the others with my cousin, but I played SmackDown 2 over at my old best friend's house. And yeah, he actually let me borrow his game. It took me about a week, but I breezed through that sucker. And well, after that, well, I went to Walmart. It was Christmas time, you know, SmackDown versus Raw, and it started.
Yeah.
Well, the bottom line is that we all lied and we're all getting the PS4, guys. Yay.
I probably am going to be getting a PS4 at some point down the road, but I still want to get the PS3.
You know what, 20 years from now when it's like $50 like the PS2 is now?
I'll give you $5 for this. What is this? Oh, that's the old Sony PlayStation 2.
So PS2s are $50 now, around there, and PS4s are going to be $400. That means that 100, 200, 300, 8 PS2s will cost you 1 PS4.
Well,
and guess what? Each of those will actually outlast that PS4.
Okay.
Yep.
I will not lie. They will.
There was one more thing that I wanted to say, and now I'm starting to forget what it was.
No.
Well, you start remembering while I say this. I'm wondering, what would the PS1 do? Would that actually survive longer than the PS2?
Oh, man. I want to... Good question.
It probably would, but it doesn't exactly have the, you know, the more advanced processing power.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure if I still had any of my PS1 games, I actually boot up my PS1, and yeah, it'll still work.
Hey guys, do you remember Crazy Taxi?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I heard about it.
So many fun games.
Yeah.
It wasn't even about the graphics and stuff. It was just about having fun, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And now everything, like nowadays, like it's all about graphics, how it looks. I'm like, if you're having fun, why do you even care about that stuff, man?
Because we live in the HD digital bullcrap technological age.
I thought you were going to say digital world then. I was thinking
something supports 1080p. You know what? I'm still gonna play on a small ass TV.
That's like people talking about, you know, like YouTube videos. Oh my god, 240? Why 240? Or like, who would watch a video on 240? I would. I have a shit internet connection. I have to watch videos on 240.
And I'm trying to upload videos on 240 because my internet can't take it.
Speaking of it,
can't take HD.
Hey, it's like sometimes my YouTube will automatically convert me to 240. And, you know, this YouTube loading issue is really pissing me off, but that's for another video.
Yeah, that's going to be dated if I actually delay uploading this video.
That's stupid.
Yeah. So,
Are these statuses from March, right?
The thing is, our next video will be bashing YouTube, and they'll take it down just because we're bashing YouTube.
not necessarily.
Yeah.
My 400 subscriber rant is still up. I mean, I didn't really trash YouTube as much as I wanted to, but I did point out most of it. So, I can't really think of what it was I was trying to say. It kind of doesn't really have a whole lot of weight to the discussion. It probably does, I just don't remember. But anyway, we're going on 30 minutes, so I'm just going to end it right now. That was the discussion of the state of video games and, well, just gaming in general. I'd like to thank you guys for actually wasting 30 minutes of your time and listening to us ramble like a couple of, like a bunch of kids. And, yeah, I've been VanTX89.
I've been Scruffykid100. Saab, your turn.
I'm Saab. Next rant, Google Maps is stalking us. I'm kidding.
And on that note, we are
And I'm
through.
on B-Strap. Peace. Just
Yeah.
so he was not left out.